to him, motherfucker. He's talking.
It's the 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast with your friend Mike. It's the 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast that you like, 'cause it's free. Here he comes now, with Lily bunched up. It's gonna start.
Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. It's come to this, folks. This is what we need to do. We sit around and we talk and we just gab and then we try to figure out and solve life's problems, and then I just go, fuck it, and I hit a button and I start talking. Because I say to her, I go, look, I have nothing this week to talk about. And she's like, you say that every week. And I go, yes, I do kind of say that. I'll even say it on the air. As I've just said to you people, look at me. Look at that prophecy coming true. You said I would say it on the air, and now I have said it on the air for everybody to hear. Because, this show's about my life, and my life is, I guess it's okay. It's kind of in a holding pattern right now. Things are all right. Lily's eating cookies. I'm back at Lily's house. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm here.
Your eye looks so good. Both of us are contemplating killing ourselves, by the way.
So good.
I should tell you that. Both of us are ready to die. It's probably, that seems harsh that we're ready to die. I mean, I'm ready to die for something I believe in. I just had to figure out what that would be. I believe in nothing. And I tell you this, I don't believe in Beatles. I just believe in me. I believe in Ferris. Maybe I do that. Maybe I just believe in Ferris.
That was one of my favorite Save Lily. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. That was Max, right? That was straight up Max. Max, he works independent of this show.
Straight up Max.
Yeah, that's straight up Max. I told you, as I mentioned last week on the show, which you did not listen to because your eye would explode with earbuds. That's the thing is Lily, normally she listens to the show. She has one of those megaphones that the army uses to get dissenters out of their homes, and she blares it from the top of her roof here in her new house in Mexico. But she could not do it last week. She normally, because then she was going to put earbuds on, but it would blow out her fucking wacky eye. And we don't want to have that done. And it is a wacky eye, by the way. I don't know if I've boiled it down to that. If you go right now to a medical dictionary, look up wacky eye, and you got a picture of Lily there, just looking coy with a feather boa. And this is the weirdest thing. Like, they've been peering into her eye to try to figure out if it's okay. And she's making progress. The gas bubble is lessening. However, glitter is up 30%. I don't know how that happened, because we all know she's going to die of glitter lung someday. That's going to take her down.
Soon.
But now she's got it in her eyeball. It's like, you know what you should do, man? Just get that fucking eye plucked out. Like, go find Uma Thurman and just go, dude, do me a favor, yank it. Go Beatrix. Just fucking Beatrix kiddo you and Kill Bill 2 and just pluck the fucking thing out. And then we combine another one of my favorite movies. You go Gangs in New York, and you get an eyeball, not with an American Eagle, but with like the Stripple logo. Get that put in your eye.
I would totally do
Dude,
that.
how fucking great would that be? You know what? I want your eye to fucking fail now. No offense.
May. Don't worry.
Well,
It's
good.
still May.
I'm rooting for it, because then it's just like dead weight in your head. And if do me a favor, promise me this: if your eye does like die, like if it's just not, you can't see, and they tell you, look, man, I'm sorry, you got no eye. They're gonna scoop it out of there, right? You're not just gonna leave it in there because it's just dead. Now it's just dead weight. If anything, you just go, you know what? Because if they're like, hey, dude, sorry, your eye isn't gonna work. By the way, stop going to that doctor immediately.
Hey, dude, your eye's not going to work.
If he sits you down with that diagnosis, hey, dude, listen, your eye's not gonna work. But if
I had that prognosis already.
if they do that, well, because you're attending your hospitals in Ecuador. As I mentioned on the show, Jesus Christ, I should put up that picture of the fucking board, the waiting list board. When I was with Lily, when I took her to the hospital, they had a waiting list board of people who are going to get like medications or whatever the fuck at the pharmacy. And Lily's, well, first of all, Von Stupp isn't exactly an American name, but when you see it up there, but it's with every Gomez and Art Martinez and Gonzalez and Rodriguez, it's just, and Velez and all those dudes, and it looked like Lily was there to try out to be a luchador. Like, I thought she was going to be.
Kind of felt like
She was going to, because I actually, it said right up there, it said La Parca. He was on their board. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's me and two other guys, I think, who listen to this show who know who La Parca is. And I've talked about La Parca at length here. He had a skull mask on and he did a crazy dance. You guys, that could be anybody. That doesn't have to be a luchador. That could be anybody I've ever met at Lily's house. Really knowing who Lily runs with.
I actually know some luchadors.
I'm sure. I don't doubt that. I think I may know luchadors, but I know them better as gardeners.
They are not gardeners. Those are some well-paid people.
I think I know some luchadors, but I know them better as furniture movers outside of Home Depot.
I think you're wrong about that too.
I didn't say they were good luchadors.
I didn't say they were good.
Come on, let's be honest. All Hispanic people are aspiring luchadors. At some point, there comes a time when you're going to have to do a plancha. Perhaps a plancha? How about the man of La Plancha? I get him doing business. Oh, you have that? Oh, that's fun. Where'd you get that? Lily's wearing an eye patch now. That is a photo of her wearing an eye patch.
Brian James made it. It's one of my favorites.
It's like an MC Escher eye patch. Nice. Yeah, you do. So her eye may not work, we've been told. She doesn't know. She goes to visit. And even with all of your GoFundMe money, way to cheap out, motherfuckers. $10 more, she'd have eyesight.
God, thank you, everyone. Don't say that. And please keep sending me email addresses. Or not emails. Keep sending me mailing addresses. I have more postcards to send out.
They literally sat her down and they said, hey, this is a tidy sum. And she said, it's great, right? It was like fans who stepped up and did it. And they said, well, we need $10 more. She goes, I don't have it. She goes, well, you're fucking blind, motherfucker. So look what you guys did. You stepped up and you didn't step up enough, and I blame you. You know what, Lily? Don't say that because off the mic you were blaming them. We were just before we went on the air. You pointed a finger at all of those people out there. You're like, oh my god, how could some person stiff me $10? You even name names. I could start naming names. You're like, this person didn't send anything, and this person didn't send anything.
I have been overwhelmed with even Erica drove me to one of my doctor's appointments. People are out of. I mean, it's
you know what? Yeah, that's you on air. But off air, you're like, you gave me 10 names, and you're like, if these 10 people would have just given a fucking $1, then I could have eyesight. But now it's dead weight right there. You got to all you got is a marble in your head.
You're gonna make me cry.
Huh?
You're gonna make me cry.
Well, because I'm going to out you and I'm going to tell these people. I'm going to make 10 people cry. Way to step up, motherfuckers, and hold on to that $1. I hope that pack of gum was worth it. Went and bought yourself a pack of fucking gum and you caused Lily eyesight in one of her eyes. You fuckers. Nice one. I won't say their names, though. But you know who you are, you scumbags. That's right. Own it in this holiday season of giving. You Grinches. You non-donating Grinches. You know what? You're the Grinches who stole Lily's eyesight. That's who you are. You dumb fucks. You could have gone ahead and paid an extra $1. 10 of you. 10 of you pony up $1 extra. 10 of you pony up $1.
You're a jerk.
And she'd have eyesight, but no. Instead, now she's got half a head that doesn't work. It's brutal. And she's got like a bad eye. She's got Bell's palsy. Her nose is all clogged up. It's like fucking finished. Her ear doesn't work. She went deaf. Thanks, guys. Way to step up. We should just do a GoFundMe for your entire head. Put that out there.
I don't think I can do another GoFundMe.
I don't think so either. We're banned from the platform.
Yeah, I think I am overwhelmed and grateful for all of the help that I have received.
On air. All right, so.
Off air, too.
I don't know. Off air, you're doing a little griping, and that's fine. I sat here eating tamales from Tamale House, and Lily's just like, and another thing, I'm $10 short, and I can't even see what you're eating. What's over there? I said, it's tamale. She goes, if I had 2 eyes, I could see that fucking tamale. These motherfuckers. Step up, goddammit, I need eyesight. You should have had foresight. If you would have had foresight, you could have saved that $10 and gotten your own eyesight. But instead, you hang it on the public.
I haven't hung it on anybody. You're being mean.
We were sitting here to do a show, and dogs started barking like crazy in the backyard. And she's like, how do I appease these dogs? And in my head, I was just like, pluck out your eye and just throw it and they'll eat it. Just poison them with your poisoned eye. And then they'll eat it and they won't have any eyesight. They won't even know what the fuck is going on. But dogs like smell and taste stuff too. So dogs are like Tommy. Dogs are very much like Tommy. Well, no, they would eat it. But then they'd go blind immediately because that's what it is, like a poison eye. But then, yeah, that's how it works. But then they would eventually, well, look, I'm not a doctor. Okay, fuck.
Really?
I'm not. I can tell you that. If I was a doctor, I would have known what the fuck was wrong with me for a goddamn month. And then I go see Jill last week, and she's got like sniffles and she's coughing and all this shit. And I'm like, you got to take medicine. She's drinking fucking Alka-Seltzer nighttime and daytime. And you know what I did? I cradled her in my arms like a parent swaddling a child. And I took care of her instead of her staring at her in the face and go, "You're not fucking sick." She didn't really say that. She's not a fan of me. I found out. She's like, you make it sound like all these things I say are terrible, and I'm like, well, they are, but they're kind of not, I guess, really. But you know, when I hear them in my fucking brain, when they ping pong around in there like a fucking geyser bullet that explodes into fucking shrapnel and bounces all over your fucking head. Is that called a geyser bullet? What's that called? A Genser? A geyser? I just learned about those. Dude, it's a bullet that, like, when it goes inside you, it explodes into shrapnel. It's like popcorn shrimp in a bullet. It's fucking awesome.
It's just like a military meeting where it's like popcorn shrimp in a bullet.
But I guarantee everybody in the room would go, done. Like they don't give a fuck what you said. Honestly, it's a bullet. They're in. If you just said, hey, it's a bullet, you got to throw at a guy. Done. I love it. More bullets. Let's buy them. Because that's what we need to do right now, because we have to fend off the coming junta. This country's in trouble. This country's fucking finished, right? We know it.
Trouble right here in River City. City.
In River Country. Fuck, we're done. God, and I try to think of like, who will the heroes be? Who will ride up and save us? And then I just think of guys like Kevin Hart. I don't know why. I don't know why he comes to mind. He's not supposed to save us. Because he's not going to save us either. Because everybody thinks, that's another thing, is these guys have all been tainted in such a way where everybody's like, man, Alec Baldwin speaks truth to power and he's kind of cool and he's smart. And you're like, remember when he called his daughter a pig? Remember that happened?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we all do. You're a rude little pig. And now I see his daughter naked all over the fucking internet. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, is this a rebellion against you calling her a rude little pig? Or does she realize that her mom was naked all the fucking time too, right? Isn't she basing her kid?
Here's the thing. What's wrong with being nude on the internet?
Nothing's wrong with it. You're all over the place naked, and that's fine.
Not all over.
I'm nude in my phone. Certainly, I rest very well in there, and I don't want to get caught under the cloud. Oh my God, that would be terrible, because then I'd be nude on the internet. I don't give a fuck about me, but it's the other people in the photos that I'm worried about, quite frankly. As I've mentioned, you want to see my cock, literally send me a note. I don't care.
Oh my
But anybody
God.
else...
Please send a note to Mike and Mike.
Let's not do that.
Just because I want to see him ignore that email.
Photo 31.
I will send them out. Send me one and I'll.
Well,
just
I
send it out
remember
to
we
people.
did the show about it when Photo 31 came up.
Yeah.
As you were
Why are you
scrolling
not
through.
sending that out?
Well, because people did ask. I mean, I was like,
Did you
shockingly
send
enough.
any out?
No, of course not.
Why not?
Because I couldn't get a dummy burner phone to send it from. I mean,
Okay, so
it's
here's
like,
what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it up on Instagram for 5 minutes at 3 o'clock on Friday.
I actually have a new favorite
Pacific
photo
time.
of my cock. I actually
Okay.
do. But unfortunately, it's not alone. That sounds ridiculous, but it's literally, it's my new favorite photo of it, and it's a great one. But I'd have to make some careful maneuverings and some cuttings of things somehow. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll have Mex Photoshop it. Maybe I'll do something. You can just go ahead and take out the things I need taken out. All right, so. But when we talked about photo 31, number 31, it was like,
I do. You won't let me put it up on Instagram for
well,
a couple minutes?
no. Well, Instagram would yell at us, right?
If it's up and down really fast.
You know what? I could put it on Snapchat because then it's only up for 10 seconds.
Oh my God, put it on Snapchat.
Dude, I'm going to put up that photo on Snapchat, and whoever wants to see it can see it for 10 seconds, then it disappears. Nobody gets to
what's
save
your
it.
name on Snapchat?
Mike40YOB, I think.
Mike40YOB.
I think so.
Everybody join Snapchat.
I don't, because I don't.
Friday at 3 o'clock, there will be
Yeah, no, this is not
there will be
happening.
an appearance.
Look at you trying to distract from you telling 10 people to send you $1 or else you'll kill them.
I didn't tell anybody to do anything.
You
I'm
did-
overwhelmed.
On
I'm
air.
still broke as fuck.
Well,
what
of
I would
course.
say.
Yeah, but you were able to dig out of it gave you a gold shovel to dig out with a little bit.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens comes the first of the year, but yeah.
If we're still alive.
That is my hope right now of being unemployed now for 6 weeks.
We just want to make it to the end of that alive.
If we make it to January, let's see what happens. It'll be interesting.
We have to stick around because like next year is the year 10 show. Like, I mean, I have to do a 10th year. You can't do 9 and kill yourself. You got to do 10. You got to round number. You got to go. You know me, I'm weird.
Get out there and get your CB radios, people.
No.
Buy a generator.
You think they're going to take it away? You think they're going to take the show away? They can't do that. This country's ending, but it's not.
I think everything's going to fall apart.
I gotta be honest with you. They're going to be so busy stealing money from this country. They're not going to come for the podcasters yet. They're not going to do it.
First they come for the podcasters.
Well, no,
First they come for the press, then they come for the podcast.
no, we're not. We're nowhere near second in line. There's no way podcasters are second in line. You got to come for the actors. You got to come for the actresses. You got to come for the singers and the bands. You got to get all those fucking people.
Shut down communication. It doesn't matter what people have to say. There are no newspapers left. Try to find a printer.
Well, then I go fucking pirate radio. I go Christian Slater and I just hide in a
I
bathroom.
have the patches.
No, yeah, no, you do. Arr. Let's don them. Let's don them and put them on a little pirate radio action. Yeah, dude, I'll just, you know what? I'll wear my like Saudi Arabian gear that I got. My fucking, whatchamacallit? Dajamachi. It's not a
Dashiki.
Darjeeling. I got a Darjeeling Limited. It's not a Daishiki.
Fuck, what the fuck is it? Yeah.
It's kafir. I don't know. I heard from Ahmad.
Oh, is he doing well?
Why you didn't listen to the show last week again because your microphone is out. Normally, like I said, she blares it like, you know when you see overseas when they play Nickelback to make Saddam Hussein sad. They just do that, and he's like hiding in his house, and they're like, "Ha, guess what? Here's Nickelback." Or they play "Bitch Came Back" by Deadpan number 7.
You don't watch Walking Dead, do you?
I'm not caught up. I actually started watching it again because of Negan.
Easy Street is the new one, and it's actually by a friend of mine.
I saw that
Bianco,
episode.
Yeah.
I saw that episode
that's
with.
what's up there.
Okay, yeah.
And by the way, that often randomly goes off in my house. Eddie thinks he's hysterical.
Oh, he's got the song on like whatever on tape or something. Oh Jesus, yeah. You know, I got back into Walking Dead on purpose because of Negan. I had to see it, so I watched the last episode last year because I said, all right, I'm in. I'm back in. I don't even need to know what the fuck happened. I don't care what Valhalla is or who the tiger is. I don't give a fuck about any of these other people. I just want to see Negan. That's it. I almost want to just fast forward through. I don't need to hear fucking Rick say Coral one more time. I don't need to see that. I don't need to know that the one chick who used to be somebody's mom is now like a badass with a crew cut or whatever the fuck. Like literally, that is the one funny thing about jumping back into Walking Dead. I'm like, I remember when that person was scared and now I just saw them eat like a snake. Like, I mean, how the fuck did that happen? Because again, the reason I got out of Walking Dead, and look, spoiler alert, by the way, for anybody. Although I've missed the last 5 seasons, so I'm not going to spoil much. Because literally, the spoiler for me is like, well, they defeated the governor and they went back to the jail. Like that was the last fucking episode I watched before Negan showed up. But like the reason I bailed on it is because I would have, and again, it probably speaks to who I am as a guy. I would have absolutely backed up all of the monsters. Like to me, I would have been like, yeah, fuck yeah, the governor's the man. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have fucking sided with Rick and humanitarianism and all. If the fucking zombie apocalypse comes, guess what? I'm eating your heart. Get the fuck out of my way.
Oh, so you're going to go ahead and get on the Trump wagon?
Well, we'll see if it progresses that far.
It already is.
Well, look, we already talked about this. I have to say that I'm coming around a bit on our friend, Mr. Trump. Only in the fact that I don't support him and I don't think that he's going to be good for this country at all. I think it's going to be terrifying and it's going to be destructive. And I think he's going to do terrible things that we talked about for centuries. However, part of me is excited to see that happen. I won't lie to you. As a guy who's literally at the low end of the income prong or the gene pool or whatever the fuck you want to put it, I can sit back with a jaundiced eye and watch everything fall apart and kind of go, yeah, this is okay. I don't mind this. I mean, until they come for me, certainly. And like I said, they're not coming to the podcasters anytime soon. And I'm funny, man. Let's spare the funny people, right?
No,
dude, that's totally
there are
it.
no court jesters.
No, fuck that. The jester was the man. The jester was always like a hop around. He wore look, I don't look good in that hat, certainly. But I mean, I'll just fucking hop around with like pointed shoes and stuff. And I'll tell jokes. And they'll totally let me, because I mean, look, he seems like the kind of guy who can take a joke. I think Donald Trump seems like the kind of guy who could actually go up to him and just be funny right to his face, and he'd totally get it. He's got a good sense of humor. I think that guy does.
I think you might be wrong.
Here's an interesting thing I read yesterday. I think it was at it might have been it wasn't at Daily Kos, because if it was tear stained. I don't go to their site anymore because everything on their site is completely full of sadness. And because that's another thing I must say, as a guy look, you know how I feel. I will defend you and your ilk. And anybody that you feel needs defending, we all got to watch out for one another and fucking take care of one another, because it's going to get terrible around here. But at the same time, I see these people agitating and whining a little bit, and I get it because they're scared. But it seems like every post I see is they're like, man, don't just be sad, go do something, give money to the ACLU, and don't forget to go ahead and do this. And it's like, yes, I guess, but don't you think everything's over? I mean, there's really we lost. Everything's finished. I mean, everything's done. It's a burning husk. I have no faith in, like today, I saw Nancy Pelosi is still the leader in Congress or whatever the fuck of the Democrats. She beat back the challenge of whoever the fuck, fucking Flaggy McFlaggerson, whoever the fuck they decided to nominate. Might have been Flaggy McFlaggerson.
Wasn't he on The Simpsons?
I think that was actually her chances of winning were Flaggy McFlaggerson, but then she wound up triumphing. And look, I don't know enough about it. All I know is if you get such a colossal L, don't you get fired in the offseason? If you're a coach who takes such a brutal fucking beating, if you can't defeat a clown, and look, I understand, you didn't see what this clown was doing. He changed the entire game right under your very fucking nose. You thought you were running a political campaign, and he spoke specifically and said, this is a movement. And he made it one because he created this alternate reality that stupid people bought into and fucking voted for him. And that's it. Didn't you? But you never saw it. And I must say, look, we talked about this a million times, but unfortunately it's going to fucking preoccupy us for the next, I was going to say 4 years, but we're going to be dead by then. But nobody saw him coming in the way that, like, it was like when they brought Mitt Romney out. And they were like, Mitt Romney's going to be the serious Republican who's going to make people realize that Trump is a dumb fuck. And I went, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Like these fucking coal miners and these other people, they don't want to talk to Mitt Romney. They don't want to talk to fucking John Kerry, who invented ketchup, or whatever the fuck his wife did, whoever the fuck those people are. These are rich fucking oligarchs. They're billionaires, and nobody wants to fucking listen to them anymore. And that's why I get more depressed every day when I see the shit that gets leaked out and dribbed out and drabbed out, because you just go, you know what, this fucking country is over. And I hate to be that guy who's like, oh man, I'm going to nuke everything from orbit and fucking game over, man, game over. Bill Paxton from Aliens would fit right in this fucking dystopian society we got right now, because it's fucking, This country's over. And the reason is because it's bought and paid for, and I see the Democrats capitulating and they're giving up. It seems like the leadership is like there's that grassroots movement and people are like, yeah, I'll tell you what, man, I had a fundraiser, we made $9 and sent it to the ACLU. Well, good for you. I'll see you in the camp.
That's my life for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's just not gonna fucking. I guess I'm supposed to hold out hope. I have none. Because again, I've talked about this for several years. I've seen myself narrowing in scope where I just go, they always say think globally, act locally. And it's like, I don't think any more than 5 feet further out from where I'm standing anymore. Because that's what it is. This entire fucking country is kill the man with the ball. And we're all holding it. And we're waiting to get fucking swarmed over in a yard somewhere, man, because there's a bunch of fucking people, roaming gangs of people who want to kill the man with the ball, and you're holding it, motherfucker. And it's terrible to watch. I mean, it's just crazy. And people going crazy in fabric stores and yelling, I voted for Trump. Like, what? So you get what? Extra thread? Get the fuck out of here, man. It doesn't buy you anything. And people telling comedians they're not funny anymore because Trump's in and you guys got to shut the fuck up and you lost and get over it. Dude, it's not a sporting event. It wasn't a fucking football game. This isn't your team that won. We all lost. Everybody fucking lost. Now, granted, the guy you were rooting for won, but now you see, as he has frog legs with Mitt Romney in a fucking restaurant somewhere. Yeah, there's your man of the people. There's your 70-year-old tough guy who's going to beat ISIS into the ground. He's eating frog legs with Mitt Romney, who he fucking made fun of for months. You see that we don't matter. We do not matter. And this is real pirate radio. Now I'm really coming from a closet. Yeah. Well, but we don't. Yeah, I'll put that. We fucking don't matter. And look, I people are like, oh, dude, I'm sick of politics, man. I don't want to fucking hear it. It's like, I get that. I totally understand it. Because, I mean, I had that epiphany today. I'm on a plane this morning. I'm reading Twitter at the fucking airport. And seeing those pictures of Trump with Romney and then reading Trump saying he's going to divest himself of his business and turn it over to his kids. And the thing I read about Ivanka today, I read this fucking thing. This is from her book. This is a true fucking story. She built a fucking lemonade stand. She wanted to build a lemonade stand when she was like a kid. She was 27. I don't know how fucking old she was. But she wanted to, this is a true fucking, it's in her book. She wanted to build a lemonade stand and she was mad that she couldn't build one in Trump Tower. And we didn't have the advantages that other kids have where they could go have a neighborhood where they could build it. We lived in a skyscraper. The advantage of poor people who have to live in neighborhoods and don't get all the advantages of a billionaire father living in a fucking skyscraper. So you know what she did? They made lemonade and they found his bodyguard and the maid and like the mechanic and the driver. They made them buy the lemonade with their money. They cobbled together whatever spare change they had and they were able to buy it, and they were very happy that they had a successful lemonade stand because their dad made his employees buy their fucking lemonade with their own money. That's in her book, and she considers it a triumph. She's like, yeah, it was such a great solution, man. It was really cool. We found a workaround around the problem of not being poor. You fucks. Then there was a story where her and her brothers used to make fake arrowheads and bury them in the yard. And then they would unearth them and sell them to their friends as fossils and keepsakes. And they would literally sell them to people for money. You guys voted for the HBO cast of Carnival. That's who you fucking voted for. These grifters are just going to fleece this fucking country in unimaginable ways. And we're going to watch it happen. Again, part of me is like, beautiful, get me a violin. I cannot fucking wait. But at the same time, I don't want to live in a hellhole, a dystopian landscape that's devoid of all hope. I mean, I got enough of that in my own life. I don't want to see it in the rest of my country. It's, if we all individually walked around with no hope, that's fine. But if the fact that you could attain something, or you hoped eventually something would break or you'd do okay, but now you realize that the country is bought and paid for and it's over. I mean, you're finished. There's nothing, you can't do anything. All you can do is hope to be fit for the jester's hat and dance around and have him fucking laugh. I'm now literally living my life hoping for the privilege of buying Ivanka's lemonade. That's it. Fuck. And I'm the white guy here. She's the chick. She's the one with the pussy. She's in trouble. I'm not. Again, they're going to cancel my health insurance. But I mean, that's, again, and this is my favorite part, is they're like, hey, man, there was a story about the people in Miami. This woman is like 65 years old. She voted for Trump. She's like, but boy, I hope he doesn't touch Obamacare. I really need it. You know what I hope he does? I hope he just cancels it for 65-year-old women in a fucking Florida. That's what I hope he does. And I hope we get to put you on TV and watch you fucking die with your bullshit. Give me a break. These people are like, oh yeah, well, I didn't think he would do that. Well, I just wanted to change. Well, I wanted to go. And then they see him for who he is. How did you not see him?
They don't see him.
Some of them don't, because they still think that he's their guy.
Don't. I'm still having conversations with people, and I'm like, it's already affecting your life, and you still don't see this?
But they don't. Yes, but I'm talking about the people like today when he names the guy who's going to be in charge of the Treasury. Steve Mnuchin or whatever the fuck his name is. And everybody's just like, this is a guy from Goldman Sachs. What the fuck happened to draining the swamp? Like, people are putting that on Twitter. And it's just like, well, I mean, fuck, we told you. I mean, you know, you were the one who thought a billionaire cared about you in some ridiculous, weird way. But, you know, I mean, that's what people are like. You know, they thought, you know what? They thought they were going to be sick. And then Trump was going to be me. And he's going to come and he was going to cradle them and take care of them in a nice way. But no, you know who Trump is? Trump is Jill. He's looking you in the face and going, fuck you. I don't care that you're sick. She didn't really do that. I have to always add that fucking disclaimer because she's just like, you just told everybody I didn't care that you were fucking sick. And it's like, well, you did stare at me for like 95 seconds. I said I was coughing up blood and you were just like, well, so I guess you're not coming? Well, no, I'm probably not. Because, you know, if I show up at your house and then just fucking heave a lung all over you, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Literally, part of me, guys, I wondered that. What if I just got on the plane and I went there and I coughed up and a lung just grabbed her face like a scuba mask? Whap! And she just passed out like fucking John Hurt and Alien. And then my lung burst out of her lungs. God damn it, that's not good. All right. Hi.
I laugh about the dystopia. I have so many friends who think that that's so cool. They go out and do dystopian weekends in the wilderness and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I laugh because I go, you spend 6 months in your air-conditioned house sewing feathers to your leather so you can go out for a weekend and play in the dirt.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's good training for when you have to go real Mad Max, you dummies.
They wouldn't handle it. They'd be out there for 5 minutes and be like, it's too hot to sew.
Well, it's like these people who are like...
I hate it all.
It is. Well, it's like the people who are like steampunk fans. And they're like, dude, I totally love steampunk. It's so great. It's so, the aesthetic is so brilliant. Yeah, you think that until Trump's army of gear robots come to your house and kick in your door and drag you out and tear you apart.
You think that until you're actually eating mud.
Yeah.
Fuck!
That's it.
I'm doing your fuck now.
It's
You're
true.
not helping my depression.
Well, dude, I literally, Lily and I are talking, and she's just like, yeah, you know, I might be suicidal at this point. And I'm like, oh, well, and again, listen, when someone tells you that, I don't know what again, I tried to coddle her and swaddle her like an infant, like I did with other sick people in the rest of the country. And you know me, again, I have that healing touch. I'm that guy. There's a lot of people who are in trouble, a lot of people that are out there that are reaching out, and they reach out to me. But, and I will say this, there's a gentleman who sent me a very nice note on Facebook. And he was like, you know, if you could actually leave me like a phone message, that would be pretty cool. And I did not get to it because I was traveling out of town. You know, because I'm traveling out of town. I was on vacation, sort of, and I could have done it, I suppose, but I read his note, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do that when I get home. And I literally got off the plane this morning and came over here an hour and a half later. So I was like, all right, well, because then I finish this, and I go home, and I get to take care of a bunch of stuff, and I'll talk about Ahmad in a second. But this gentleman was like, hey, man, you know, I love your show. I'm a huge fan. It's like, it would be cool if you could send me like an audio thing, and I guess you can do that over Facebook. There's like a message thing or whatever. And I didn't get to it. And then he sent me a note last night. He's like, what, no answer? I'm like, you listen to the fucking show? You know who I am?
Here's the thing, though. You gotta connect with people.
He's a good guy. I'm sure he's a terrific guy. And I'll send him his message tonight when I get home. But I was off for the week. I took a week off.
You don't get to take a week off.
My mouth was very busy last week. There was no way I could leave a verbal message for this guy. You know what? I'm just going to send him a cock photo. I'm sure he'll be on board with that. There you go. It's a lot more personal and intimate than a goddamn fucking voice message from me.
Honestly, that would be fucking hysterical.
Unless I send both. Maybe I send a cock photo and literally just my verbal note is, hey, this is my cock photo. Hey, enjoy my cock. Sorry I didn't get back to you.
Hey, girl.
No, that's a dude.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
I can say hey, girl to whoever. Doesn't matter. All right. So Ahmad writes me another one. It's, again, I only communicate with people through the show. I don't answer anybody's emails. I don't get their texts go fucking unanswered.
Emails?
Yeah.
You got emails.
You know who hates it? Pat Francis is my friend, and he's the one friend who tries to stay in touch with me. Everybody else has forgotten me and moved on with their lives. But he'll reach out and he'll be like, you want to do lunch in a week or whatever. And so he'll send me a text and I won't answer it. Because, I mean, a lot of times I'm in the fucking car for 13 hours. So I'm driving or whatever. And look, yeah, there are times I stop at a fucking Ralph's or whatever, go get a taco, and I could probably answer him then. But then he's going to answer me back and we're going to have a fucking conversation. I'm driving strangers around. But he'll write.
Oh, you're weird.
No, I'm not. No, I can't have a conversation. I mean, I guess I could write, hey, I can't have a conversation. But then you're just like a dick.
I'm driving. Lunch sounds great.
That's long.
Friday?
See, I can't commit. I might have to drive strangers around on Friday.
Oh my God.
Who knows what my busy life is like? You know.
I don't know if you know this, but you can actually stop, have lunch with a friend, and then go work again.
Well, I've done that, but then I don't want to go work again.
Well, I never want to work, but that doesn't stop.
Nobody in the world wants to work. Nobody at all. And that's why they voted for their grandpa. He'll take care of us. It's going to be fantastic. He's going to take this country and he's going to make it great again by making sure that we don't have to do anything.
He's giving everyone a $1 billion loan so they can start their first business.
Oh my God, he's America's dad?
He is.
He's America's Trump dad. He's Fred Trump. No, Fred's his brother.
Fred's
Is
his dead brother.
Yeah, but he's like bananas too. Didn't he fucking drink himself to death and jumped off a building or some nonsense?
On him in his time of need.
Yeah, he
That's
came
tough
to
love.
right. He came to Trump for a loan
The
or
man
whatever.
who gives tough love to his own brother is the one we want. That's gonna.
He's a
save
compassionate
America.
man. He learned a lesson with the death of his brother, and now people now smile on your brother. That's his philosophy now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another, says Trump. I'm gonna redo that song. Huh?
How's Ahmad?
He's okay. He's still got a 7 in his name. Well, he reached out because you did not get to listen to the show last week because your megaphone is all stopped up with dog eyes. But I talked about the fact that I haven't heard from him like since I left. Literally, he handed me $300 in Honduran money and then he disappeared into the ether. And I'd not heard a word since. And I was like, fuck, I've obviously done something terrible to, because again, also I said that the people, who did I go to New York with?
Randy and Sandy.
Seth and Brandy.
Seth and Brandy.
Randy, could have gone with
Randy
Randy.
and Death.
I went with Randy and Death. That's why I'm going back to New York with her, Randy and Death. I think they just played a punk festival in town, didn't they, Randy and Death?
Oh yeah.
I think they did. So I wound up. I was decrying the fact that nobody likes me. I think that's what I was doing. Something about how I meet people and then they never want to talk to me again or something. I go out and I visit them and I hang out and then all of a sudden they disappear.
You're a wonderful concept, not a great friend.
Yeah, I mean I'm a great idea, not a terrific execution. So Ahmad wrote me back, and he wrote me, and it was a surprise. And again, I was on vacation, so I very rarely read my email. But it came from him, and it's just like, "Hi, this is Ahmad. Remember the guy with the 7 in his name, who you saw in Kuwait?" Like he explains who he is to me. And then he wrote me a very nice note saying that no, he doesn't think that. He's just busy with his life and working, so he can't write me all the time to tell me how great I am. I think that's what he said. That's what I read it as. I think it basically said, hey, fuck you. I can't sit here and be writing you international notes to tell you how fucking great you are and salve your ego, you dumb fuck. I think that's what it said. He may have written it in much nicer words, but I think that's clearly what he was saying.
Mike, things are great.
Yeah.
Glad you're doing well. Hope to see you soon. That's probably what he wrote.
But all right, so read that again. That's read it out loud. That's his letter. I'm reading it.
Hi, Mike. Things are great here. Hope things are great with you too. Been busy with work. Thanks, Ahmad.
He does not want me to come back to Kuwait. God damn it. That's what I read that note as. Because he never said, he was just like, yeah, things are great here. He didn't say, hey, you should be here or you should come by and stuff. He's just like, hey man, things are great here.
Wish you were beautiful.
Yeah. So he wants nothing to do with me. But instead it's incorrect, obviously. He wrote me a note and it was very nice. And so I want to clear that up because then I don't want people thinking that Ahmad is a guy who does not like me. Everybody likes me.
Everybody cares.
Well, you care.
Everybody
cares. And then I made the appeal to people for Black Friday. I know some people stepped up and did some Black Friday shopping on our link.
Awesome.
I hope. We'll see. I hope it's awesome. But I mean,
I bought nothing.
Well,
I skipped Black Friday and Cyber Monday and everything.
But aren't they all Black Fridays from now on? Really, when you think about it? When you wonder what's going to happen with this horrible country and how everything is bought and paid for and the media is just, they're letting him do it. And again, I don't know what I expect. I mean, I don't expect the Washington Post to like completely nail him to the cross every fucking day because it wouldn't matter because again, the people who are in it with him are in it with him and just bunkered down. But when he like today he tweeted that thing about how he's divesting himself from his business and he'll have a big press conference on December 15th. But he's in Cincinnati tomorrow night doing a thank you tour. He's like doing that thing. He's
Evita.
He's Charlie Sheen.
No, he's Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, fuck Evita. Evita had some class and some glamour. I mean, this motherfucker is Charlie Sheen. He's just going on that theater tour where he yells at people, and then people are like, "Yeah, this is vaguely satisfying, I think." And then and then in 5 years, he's going to be on a show on TBS. That's Trump's deal. He's going to go out, do a victory tour, shout at people for 4 years, steal as much money as he can, and then he's going to fucking have a show on TBS. Some weird thing where him and I'm sure John Cryer will be involved.
It's not going to be on TBS. It's going to be on Breitbart TV.
Oh, they're going to do that, right?
BBTV.
I saw a headline today, and it was a guy who was like, I voted for Hillary Clinton, and I'm writing for Breitbart. And it was on Twitter. And again, I followed way too many political pundits during the fucking election. And so they come up in my feed now, And again, it's all just this tisking of what's going to happen. And they're just, we're all just standing around waiting. You know what I mean? Everybody just keeps looking. And the people who support him are just like, come on, man, it's going to be fine. You guys, we got through Obama. And I'm like, what do you mean you got through Obama? Fucking look at the numbers. Oh, God,
You got
fuck.
insurance. You didn't get through Obama. You got insurance.
Look, I don't give a shit about the economy and unemployment numbers and all that kind of dumb shit because I'm lucky enough to be able to kind of talk a little bit and have a car where I can drive strangers around so I can carve out a tiny niche in this world. So I guess maybe since I don't have kids and I don't have a factory and it doesn't touch me in a personal level, but like the economy's up and unemployment's down and all these numbers are the right numbers. They're all good. The only fucking wrong number is the melanin count in his skin. That's literally the only bad number about Obama these days for some of these people.
Yep.
This whole thing is about obliterating him from the fucking history books.
Yes.
That's it. They're just going to go in and destroy his legacy, turn over all of his executive decisions and orders, and they're just going to... Dude, and again, we always talk about how he's the man who doesn't give a fuck, and he kind of just dropped the mic, and he's always funny and kind of clever and smart, and he is. He's awesome. So you know what? He should take the last... just fucking January till January 21st. He should just wreak havoc and just do a bunch of crazy shit.
They'll just undo it all immediately.
Well, no, he should appoint Merrick Garland to the Supreme Court right away, because they can't take him off. Just, you know what? What are you going to do, sue him? Guess what? Then it's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. You lose. Because fucking Merrick Garland is just lurking there. He's going to, what, am I going to vote against my own job, cunts? I don't think so. Then he's just going to bang a gavel the size of a horse. Boom! And I know some of you out there, you're saying, that's not proper language for a Supreme Court justice. Hey, everything's changed. He might just go, what am I going to vote against my own job? I'd much rather come out there and grab you all by the pussy. That's what I'm going to do.
Because sexism is still okay.
Well, he called the men cunts. He didn't call ladies cunts.
Yes, but the insult cunt has nothing to do with men. It has to do with women.
It wasn't an insult. It was more of a buddy arm around the shoulders. Ha ha, cunt. That was that. It was that nice way to say it.
Oh, it was like, oh, you're all great, like cunts.
Yeah,
Cunts
man.
are awesome.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I love you cunts. I'm not going to fucking lose this job because of you fellas. And then he grabs them in a headlock and he gives them noogies. Ah, you cunts. He just tousles their hair.
Tousles their hair.
We've all done that.
Tousled hair.
How many among you have not grabbed a cunt in a headlock and tousled its hair? Come on.
Jesus.
Not these days anyway. Can't.
We're all gonna die.
20 years ago you could, but not anymore. Now it's getting bare. Sheen. I had to give noogies to the bare floor. All right. That's the sound.
That's the sound?
Yeah. When you give noogies to a bare floor, a bare thing, I don't want to say the word again because you'll yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I just think it's funny that it's acceptable to still use that as a slanderous term, but not other
Cunt?
words. Yes.
Well, so I can't say pussy anymore either? That guy's a pussy?
You can't call someone a pussy. That is
Why
not
not?
a negative.
If someone's being a pussy, it is.
You're mocking women by using that term.
Didn't
It's
we
a
just,
sexist
we just
term.
said we're tired of being politically correct. You and I both just said that.
I did not say that.
You
ever.
did. Right before the show when you were like, I'm going to kill those 10 people who didn't give me a buck. You're like, those cunts. And I went, oh my gosh.
What is
And you
wrong
went,
with you today?
but that's what you did.
I did not.
You said, because I told you, I was talking about how this infighting of people now who are they're fighting over words instead of getting things done. And it just seems like it's devolving into all of these weird slap fights over language. And I get that. Okay. Some of it is completely unacceptable. And I understand. And there are words in our lexicons that we should lose. But now I got to lose pussy and cunt.
It's not even that you should use the words. It's that you should stop using the derogatory idea that being a woman is somehow less than being a man.
That's not what I meant at all. I just meant they're cunts.
That is a derogatory word about women.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, so what is a cunt?
Well, it's like fucking doesn't mean.
What is a cunt to you? When
Whenever-
you call someone a cunt, what are you trying to convey?
I think it's kind of a jovial gent. I think it's a fellow who's got a lot on his mind. Perhaps a classy lady of the society.
So you're calling them, you classy ladies, you.
Yeah,
fucking
you jovial
asshole.
gents. Who among us has not grabbed a jovial gent in a headlock and tousled its hair? See? You got me all wrong.
I'm so tired of all of it.
So am I. That's what I'm saying. We don't need to argue about language anymore. We don't just...
No, let's argue about intent. Why are you trying to imply that being a woman woman is worse than being a man.
When I say fucking, when I say dumb fuck or motherfucker, that's not about the act of fucking. That's not. It's just fuck. It's an adjective. It's a word. It's just language.
Fuck does not have a positive or a negative connotation.
Well, if you're fucking somebody,
It's an adjective.
yeah. But if you but you're saying like when I say so is cunt. Cunt is just like a noun or an adjective.
That belongs to a woman that is thrown out like pussy as a negative, as though being a woman is bad.
Well, then don't act like a pussy. Don't act like a cunt. And I won't say
He
it.
was acting like a pussy. He was bleeding for 4 days every month. Oh my God.
Well, see, that's a literal pussy. I'm thinking of something completely different.
Yes, you're thinking of someone who is weak or lesser than a man.
Like I said, a jovial gent.
You're a jerk.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
No, we don't have to agree to disagree. You have to agree to understand that you're wrong.
Looks like we're agreeing to disagree. You jovial gent.
Did you learn this at Trump University?
Oh my. Now I wish I went so I could get the lawsuit, man.
What, so that you can get $10,000 of the $35,000 you spent back?
I actually have a major in bankruptcy and a minor in grabbing them by the pussy. Which seems weird. You would think a guy like me would have majored in grabbing them by the pussy. But here's what truthfully happened. I signed up to major in bankruptcy, and then I actually got to look at the course load, and I saw grabbing them by the pussy was available, and I went, fuck, I got a minor in that. I would have known. I would have totally made that my major. And even though I majored in bankruptcy and minored in grabbing them by the pussy, still wrote my thesis about grabbing them by the pussy.
Of course.
Recreated it with a complex set of weights and pulleys.
Oh my God, we're all gonna die, right?
Yes, eventually,
There's
certainly.
gonna be a civil war, or there's gonna be an act of violence that is not something. Because literally, he's got no clue what's coming, right?
Oh, he doesn't care. Again, he has no clue. He's home. He's tweeting the guy from Pakistan. He's talking to all these idiots on the phone. He's talking on his own cell phone. His wife's going to live in New York with the kid. And now I heard like the kid might have autism, or that's a thing that's floating around now. And I'm just like, I don't, no, because that's not true. Because if it had autism, Trump would have had it thrown in a bag and drowned the second they found out.
That is terrible.
What's totally true. That guy's, he's all about fucking.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
He's all about superior genes and fucking phrenology and all that other bullshit. He might as well be DiCaprio in Django. I mean, he's like that fucking guy.
Oh my God.
Tell me, look at Trump. Tell me you don't think he smashed a skull with a hammer at a dinner table. You don't think that's ever fucking happened?
I'm pretty sure he has.
Fuck yeah, he has. So if they said to him, hey man, Barron's little fucking got kind of a waterhead thing happening, he'd be like, oh, that's huge. And he'd fucking throw him a sack himself. He'd say, take me up in a Trump copter. And he'd go out and he'd float above the fucking Hudson and just drop the sack in there. Problem solved. He'd just look at it as like one less alimony payment he'd have to make when he got rid of the fucking Russian.
Oh, God damn, this is terrible.
Is she Russian? She's not Russian, right? They shipped her over in a crate from one of those Eastern fucking bloc countries. She's from where they filmed Hostel. You know what? Because that was her job. Before she came here and married him, she was the one of the chicks who lured the guys into the hostel to get fucking chopped up.
She's Ukrainian, right?
I don't fucking know. Who cares?
I can't remember now.
She's one of those countries that turned beets into a soup.
The whole world is so...
It is. Yeah, it's finished. We're done. She's from one of those countries that eats the wrong parts of the animal.
There are no wrong parts of the animal.
Well, not there. That's what I'm saying.
There are no wrong parts of animals. There's no wrong in eating...
No, because over here we'd have a nice leg of mutton. Over there they're eating fucking goat eye salad. It's like, fuck, man. Start with the
How
legs.
is it different?
Eyes are fucked. That's why.
Well, yes, we know that.
Well, certainly one of yours is. But don't eat those first. Start with the leg and work your way up.
What do you think animals eat first? They go all the soft membranes. They eat the eyes
Oh.
out, the fingertips.
Oh, who's being politically incorrect now? You just called all Ukrainians animals.
No.
Oh,
I'm
yes, you
saying
did.
In nature, you eat all of it.
You said all Eastern Bloc people are animals. I just heard it. You totally did.
My God.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to eat eyeballs? I don't give a fuck. But make them last. Start with the good stuff. But those people go right for the pancreas. It's like, what the fuck is your problem, man? I don't want to eat a beaver pancreas. Cut off its tail and fry it up.
But you leave foie gras.
Huh?
But you leave foie gras.
Well, it's liver. It's different.
It's not different.
And it's also the last thing on the menu. I go leg. I go breast. I might eat a pig face. I might do that. And then they're like, hey, you want some liver? We got it laying around. I'm like, fucking make some meat butter. Let's do it. But then these people don't start with that.
It's meat butter.
Foie gras. That's basically what it is meat butter.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it referred to as that.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what
I
it is.
heard that it cuts like butter.
Oh, it's a
I've
nice
never
meat
had it-
butter.
Ugh,
Ooh, it's good.
I'm going to vomit right now.
What are you saying? Do you think you can make foie gras out of any animal? Because it's goose liver, right? And they put him in a little shoebox, and then they shove a bunch of millet down his throat. Feed. I was going to say feed and millet. I said fillet. They send a fillet of millet. And they do that, and then he gets all fat, and his liver's the size of a football, and then I eat it. Okay. Could you do that with a fucking giraffe? How awesome would that be?
I don't know.
Fucking giraffe foie gras? Think of how delicious that would be just for the length of the neck that the millet had to travel down. All of the misery that would go into that giraffe's liver would be so delicious.
Oh my God, you sound like a Republican right now.
All of the misery that went into that giraffe's liver would be so delicious.
All of the misery.
How big's that box, though?
Very tiny. It's just got a very long top.
Oh, so you actually wedge him in there? Look at you breaking the giraffe legs. Look at you. You called Ukrainians animals?
Legs. They fucking. You just. Oh God.
Well, no, a goose lays down. Like he just fucking. Goose fits in a tiny little shoebox, but a giraffe's already like really tall. I guess you can't eat an adult giraffe. Just do them like fucking veal. Like have a giraffe just fucking squirt out its baby into a goddamn shoebox and raise him in there so it's always dark and he doesn't know what's happening. But then eventually he pokes his long neck out and you just jam the fucking millet down there and get a giraffe liver.
I think my future is as a bisexual woman in this country. They're just going to shove things into my vagina and make me have children.
So they'd put you in a box just to use your box?
Stop it.
Those jovial gents.
Oh my God. This podcast is terrible. I'm so depressed.
But this is where we've gone. This is what it is. This is what I have to do to Trump's America. Trump? To Trump's America. This is what I have to do. I have to think of different ways to survive. Because they're going to come for me. They're like, what do you do? And I'm going to go, fuck, I don't know. I make giraffe foie gras. Done, fella. You are in.
Do they suffer? Yes.
Of course they
I
do.
get a bonus.
Yeah. As long as I can make something suffer, they're going to fucking give me a job. It's going to be fantastic. What do? I buy Ivanka's lemonade? All right. Looks like you got a job forever. How piss poor was that lemonade, too? You know, she didn't put any effort into it at all. She might as well pissed in the jar. Literally. Yeah. Because I mean, look, her dad's pissing in a jar and calling it lemonade for all the people who fucking voted for him at this point. So it's something she's very familiar with. Now, the best part is they're trying to, like, humanize her. Like on her Instagram and on her Twitter. She's always putting out pictures of her kids eating cookies. She's like, just another crazy day here at Billionaire University. It's like, no fucking kidding. Get the fuck out of here.
When they said she's trying to separate her brand.
Yep.
I just, fuck you.
Her brand.
Your brand is exactly who you are, and it should be burnt onto your forehead.
Own it.
Big letter T.
But I tell you, his sons will be on board with giraffe foie gras. Yeah, they will. Those two dudes, they're like literally like tiptoeing around like Yosemite Sam and a rifle. You know what I mean? Like they have a big musket with the fucking open end. Because again, that's what rich people can do. You know, poor people buy Glocks out of trunks in the fucking alleys of this world. But the rich people go ahead and buy these Civil War rifles and go shoot an ocelot. It's like, what the fuck, man? Terrible. See, so that's what we need to do as poor people. We need to buy as many guns as we possibly can in the dark alleys to arm ourselves against the rich who are coming at us with muskets and Civil War fucking rifles. Some fucking...
Podcast is taking a very dark turn.
I'm in. That's what it's got to be. Again, it's practically Orwellian. And seeing as I was supposed to graduate high school in 1984. Ooh.
I did.
Whoa. We got a couple of 84s here in the room, folks.
I was very, very concerned about that when I read that, knowing that I was going to graduate in 84.
Well, we take us out of the 84 and we put us right into Animal Farm. We make fucking giraffe foie gras and we survive in this dystopian universe. You don't think the rich want to eat foie gras? Like I said, look at Trump yesterday and Romney eating fucking frog legs.
You and I are going to be the foie gras. You and I are going to be the ones sitting in the boxes being shoved fucking government cheese and then they eat our liver.
Are you saying they're going after the world's most dangerous game? Man. Look, Trump's going to put out a cookbook from Trump University. It's going to be called To Serve Man. Everybody's going to be like, this is his manifesto. Totally going to be great. And then we're all going to get on like a luxury liner. He's going to go, hey, we're going to totally go to an island. It's going to be fantastic. He's the United States. The United States is the country club from Caddyshack. And like Hillary was Ted Knight. And fucking Trump is Rodney Dangerfield.
Hillary was Ted Knight.
She was. Because she assumed everything was going to go well for her. And she was just like, she was kind of like, didn't care so much about like the underlings, like little tips to fucking like Michael O'Keefe and stuff. And the rest of us are all just like, we're Irish Maggie serving butter to these motherfuckers. That's who we are. That's it.
Oh my God.
But Trump's Dangerfield. He just walks in. He's like, a nice country you got here. Hey, he's just a fucking dope. Hey, we're all going to get laid. And then he puts us on his luxury liner and we go off to an island and he gives us a cookbook to serve man. We don't know it's a cookbook. We read it at first. We think he's going to be fucking doing cool things for us. And then, like you said, we're in a box. But you really think they'll shove grain in your I was going to say
No,
V'ger?
they're going to shove sperm in there to make me have more children
Oh, you'll be like a baby farm?
Yes.
Dude, you'll totally be like a human matrix.
We now have to bury them in fucking, whatchamacallit. Jesus, I'm so frazzled right now, you have no idea.
But take a breath. Is this really that bad?
I just
Your
gave
face
you
is
the
perfect.
evil one eye, because it's all I have right now. Literally.
Come
My
on.
bad eye just rolled and looked right at you and focused on your face. You pissed me off so badly, my bad eye just focused. Through an eye patch. I could see you. Did you feel the heat and the lasers coming from my eyes and the flames from my head? Jesus Christ.
But baby farm doesn't sound like that bad a job.
Oh, then you squeeze something out of your vagina.
If I had one, all I got's a jovial gent. And a photo that I'm sending this cat who sent me a fucking request. Hey, man, no answer yet? Fuck, man, sorry. We've been very worried about making giraffe foie gras for everybody. We've been coming up with a plan to stay alive. I'm sorry I didn't answer your Facebook message. And now he's going to be mad like I'm making fun of him. And I'll write him and I'll say to him, dude, I made fun of you on the show today. And hopefully he goes, hey, that's cool. But he might not.
Honestly, how much better is this than a fucking voicemail?
Well, I haven't said his name yet. So that's the thing. Is I don't know. I never know if people want their name said on here.
Let's give him a code name.
Oh, Christ.
Let's give him a Christ as a code name.
No,
That seems a lot.
yeah, it's probably
That seems ominous.
it's putting too much stuff on him.
Let's call him Ben.
I don't like Ben. Let's call him Billy.
Billy?
Yeah, that's a stupid fucking name. That's his real name. So I couldn't even pull it off. Sorry. That's his real name. All right, hi, Billy. It's not a stupid fucking name. I'm joking. I have a cousin, Billy. Shut up. All right. But I like the idea of having a fake code name for him. It was his real name. And I'm like, oh, let's pick the stupidest fucking name we can, Billy. Whatever, dumbass. All right. I don't want to say your real name because then people might think you're cool. But all right, whatever, stupid Billy. You fuck up. All right. Way to write me an email and care about me and like me. This is what you get. You cross my path. You get fucking chopped down, man. The fucking Jet Li of podcasting. My tongue's like a fucking karate chop. I just cut you in half, baby.
I just had a friend ask me for podcasts to listen to right now, and I'm like, well, I do kind of work on one if you want to listen to it. This is going to be the first thing she hears. I love that so much.
Well, that's fantastic. And the most true thing you said was I kind of work on one.
Well, I don't really produce it anymore.
True.
You do.
That's exactly right.
Because I taught you to fish.
I don't like fishing.
You should.
No, I
You
like
need to
I
know
like
how every aspect works.
I like coming over and creating the fish. I'm like, that was the Jesus of this show. I went fishes and loaves and then you had to feed everybody. That was fucking great. I just came over, I went fucking, here's 40 fishes and 40 loaves, and then I bailed. I went home. And then you were able to fucking work on it and feed everybody that night. You think Jesus cared about paper plates? He didn't give a fuck. That guy just made the fish and then he walked the fuck off. He literally was at like the ocean's edge. He's like, boom, fish and loaves. And everybody's like, we're starving. And he turned around and he goes, hey, fucking Abraham and John and Mo, whoever the fuck else, get plates for these people. And he turned and he walked down the ocean and bailed into the sunlight.
You think they had plates?
He made plates.
I don't think they had plates.
It's in the Bible.
I think they just literally picked up the fish and ate them.
No,
Face
bullshit.
first.
It's Chinet 114. Go ahead and read it. It's in the Bible.
Because they ate the eyes first.
I get nothing for Chinet 114. Fuck you for not listening. Go to the Bible and read Chinet 114. Fuck. All right.
Chinet 114 is good.
Thank you.
That's the name of
But
the
yours was also good too.
No, Chinet 114 is the name of the show.
Chinet 114? What about Jovial Gents?
No.
What about Billy the Dumb Fuck? Let's call it that. How mean is this?
It's not me.
I hope he knows that. Because you'd be surprised how many people think I'm mean all of a sudden when I start talking about them. There, because I look, poor Ahmad, he wrote me and he's like, dude, I didn't fucking bail on you, all right? And I'm just like, I know you didn't. I mean, well, I kind of didn't. Well, I thought maybe you did, but I didn't know for sure. I don't know anything. Ignore me. I'm haunted. Don't fucking, I'm just literally, my fucking head is just, right now, Fred and Scooby and Velma, and they're all in my head looking for a ghost. I'm not going to fucking find it. God damn it. Got the Mystery Machine drove in one ear and out the other. And I would have got away with it, too.
That is one of my favorite memes.
This show's like about nothing at all. Literally, because now I have to call
This
Mex.
show's about life.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
This is life.
Yes.
The one you get.
Yes. Don't do it.
No? You don't think so?
No.
One day at a time, one day at a time, one la 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 la. All right, so Goebel wrote me, he's doing well in Arizona. He wrote me a thing. I shouldn't talk about this. I haven't even answered this email yet. I can't. It's his idea. I can't even talk about it.
Doing well. I was hoping to see him when I was down there, but he was a little too far from where
He's
I
growing
was.
that gross mustache. Ugh.
November.
Fuck Movember.
Why fuck November?
That's I will tell you. That's another thing. Is everybody's like, yay, Movember, let's do whatever. And it's like this country's falling apart. Fuck your mustache.
But okay, here's the thing. Movember and raising money for the ACLU is not rearranging chairs on the deck on the deck of the Titanic. It's actually doing something that can help the people who are in need. It's standing around watching it burn and laughing that is what's wrong. Movember is important.
Shut up, baby farm. All right, so
Baby.
yeah, that's what you're gonna be. You said you're gonna just get a fucking.
Not for long, unfortunately.
Let me ask you this: as a woman,
Yes.
and if they hook you up and they're gonna make you a baby farm, so you're gonna get like artificially inseminated, and that's your gig.
That's literally what they will have to do. I will probably just be killed because my vagina doesn't work.
Well, I'm not gonna
Or
run a
my
train on you or anything. They gotta fucking do this by mechanical means.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So all right. But this is my point. I'm giving you a choice. I'm gonna ask you: do you prefer? As a baby farm, you're like all strapped down, where you're upside down, or if they got to do to fucking make it work when you're
I've heard
ovulating.
none of this. I'm not buying
Don't
into your
care.
premise.
Yes, you must. You have to answer this. As a baby farm, and you're all strapped up and upside down, naked.
That's not how it works.
The scientists of Trump University are in there, ready to fertilize you.
The scientists of Trump University is the goddamn funniest thing I've ever heard.
They're in there.
End it right now. The scientists of Trump University.
They've got lab
That's
coats.
too long to name the show.
They have diplomas from Trump University, so you know they know where all your parts are. They're not gonna fucking put semen in the wrong hole.
Probably will. Why don't we have any babies yet? I don't know. We keep shoving it in the hole. That's the wrong hole. Ah!
What the? Why I oughta?
Ugh.
You jovial gents.
I am not answering this question. Just
You have to. Listen to me. You're upside down. You're a
No.
baby farm. You're like a human matrix. You're going to fucking populate the earth with more babies and more liver. So they've got you strapped down. You're upside down. And they have to, fill you full of baby juice. Do you, as a lady, they give you the choice. They're like, look, we can go clinical with this. And we can just go fucking eyedropper and put that in there and you get a couple of drops in there and then boom, all of a sudden you got a baby and they're floating around. Or you want the deluxe package. And they go like full on, you get to pick like a cock exactly the way you like a cock shaped, and then it's gonna be like a fuck machine and it fills
No,
you up.
I'm not going to choose my rapist on top of having a baby.
It's not a rapist, it's a medical procedure.
No, it's a rapist.
You're a pussy. No, seriously. That's the funniest thing I've said all day. Seriously, you have to choose. Would you rather have the eyedropper to go the full medical route?
I'm not answering this question. I am not going to tell you that I would rather be raped or be a baby farm. This is what's wrong with our country right now. Is people are even thinking that this might happen.
I'm just trying to get your mind right. I don't want this to be a surprise to you when it happens, and it will.
Oh my god, I just want to slit my wrist.
They need human foie gras. They need babies. You are in charge. I'd do it, but I can't. I don't have the parts. So I'm in charge of the eyedropper. That's it. Here we go. I'm your guy. I'm your doctor. It works out perfect for us because I can do it any nice way.
I can't do this anymore. I am physically getting ill right now. You do realize I was raped. This is not comfortable.
That was a while ago. Anyway, come on. I got to hear that fucking old story every time we talk. Lily, can you get me a Kleenex out of the kitchen? Oh, you know I was raped, right? Oh my Christ, yes. Did he ask for a Kleenex? Is that what happened? Did I bring up some shadowy darkness with my bullshit? I'm sorry. Were you raped by a giraffe? Is that what it was? That's why you're uncomfortable talking about this? Holy fuck.
People always tell me rape is not funny. You make it funny.
Sure I do. To you, literally, to these people. Out there right now, people are like, because you know what? I'm telling you, I guarantee one person out there was raped by a giraffe, and they're like, you motherfucker. And that person is named Billy. You all right?
Oh, no, I think I peed a little. That was fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm not bad at this. See? This is my audition tape for Trump to keep me alive. When they go to start fucking executing people and putting them out, they're going to be like, this is my audition tape. I'm going to go, here, listen to this, dude. Not only am I funny, but listen to the great ideas I've come up with.
He settled a fraud case.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even be able to work for the government. He settled a fraud case. What the fuck, America?
Yes.
God damn
You guys can get me at mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old-boy.
Oh my god.
You know, you can try to get me there at Facebook. Just send me a note and ask me to send you a verbal message. I'll do that. I'll eventually get a hold of you one way or the other, either here or there. Watch your phone.
Oh.
Just stick around and check your messenger because I'm always lurking. I'll be there. I'll do it. If I'm not on vacation, you'll hear from me. You guys can follow me at twitter.com/the40-year-old-boy. I'm on Instagram at instagram.com, and I think I'm Mike40YOB. And we talked about Snapchat. We already know what's happening there on Friday at 3 o'clock, was it? I don't even know.
Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific time on Snapchat.
Do I have to do that for every time zone?
No, 3 o'clock Pacific.
Okay, there you go.
3 o'clock Pacific time.
Oh, so wait a minute. So people in Australia are kind of fucked. Sorry about that, Anthony.
Set your alarms.
Sorry about that, Anthony.
Sorry about
He
that.
cares. Well, I'm telling you, it's going to be, because again, it's 15 seconds or whatever Snapchat
I
is.
just feel bad for people who don't listen to the podcast till Saturday or
You're
something.
going to miss it. Totally miss it. And I know somebody that's going to try to take like a sneak snap and try to
Do
keep
not
it.
take a sneak snap.
Don't do it. So Instagram.com, and I'm Mike at Mike40YOB, I believe. I think Snapchat, I'm also Mike40YOB. Again, like I said, I literally downloaded it, never used it, don't know anything about it. Yeah, it's just on my phone.
I had it. I took it off because I was tired of seeing my friends' pussies.
You should tell me who to subscribe to, probably.
Well, it's an inner circle of burlesque dancers, so.
How inner is that circle? Oh my Christ. I should actually go on Instagram as Jovial Gent. Like that should be my new name. So I'm all those places. Find me. Fuck. I'm there. Our friend David Mex Hernandez does all of the audio cool stuff for this show, like all the fucking songs and the music. And then he does all of the artwork. And I have no idea what he's going to draw this week. Because I don't know what to tell him what this is. Because usually I've been recording on Tuesdays, and then I'll get a hold of him, and he has a day to kind of marinate on it. We'll talk about it. But now it's like it's in the afternoon here on a Wednesday. I got to get a hold of him. And also he told me he might have some family stuff, so he might not be doing the artwork. So if you look right now and there's a terrible fucking drawing of a giraffe, that was me. Who knows what he's going to do? Hopefully he's on board. I hope he is. But and hopefully his family stuff has calmed down. He had some stuff going on. But he's the coolest. Go to artbydmh.com and get all of his cool artwork for sale. He can do custom stuff for you, especially with the holidays coming up, man. Hey, is it December yet? Tomorrow's December.
Tomorrow is December.
I got to go Christmas theme songs, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to change theme songs. All right, cool, good. Thank you for reminding me. I got to remember tonight.
You may have noticed that at the beginning.
You guys may have known that I changed it. Sorry. I wonder if I should have got Dave to do it. Maybe he can do one tonight. It's so stupid. Can't even do the artwork. He's got a family crisis. But maybe he'll do it in a theme song. No, we got.
Good, just a small crisis.
I don't know. He texted me. It's it's that thing. It's
That's
family.
everything.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Families.
Hopefully he's okay, but or not him, but hopefully everything is okay there. But like I said, go to facebook.com/David Mex Hernandez, be his friend there. Go to artbydmh.com and buy all of his artwork. He's got cool stuff there. He's got stuff that exists. A ton of these like Muscle Man Barbarian paintings that he's done that are fun. They have like some literally, if you could make violent killers whimsical, he's done it. So go check those out. He's got his Guyscapes. He's got his Valcons and Guyscapes. Guy-Cons and Valscapes. And then he's got all of the custom stuff that he can do for you. So go ahead and reach out to him at artbydmh.com, artbydmh.com. Special friendship shout out to our good friend Ryan Dirks, who does all of the audio or the web stuff for this show. Find him at facebook.com/Ryan Dirks. He's very cool and does a cool thing for us. And I said Snapchat. I said, and you know what? Our great friend, producer of the show is our great friend Lily Von Stupp. She's available at all sorts of different places. Go to facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp. Facebook, and she may not be accepting friends, but you can look at her page and do cool things there.
I'm accepting friends. I'm down about 100.
Oh, you had to cull the herd a little bit?
If you want to be my friend, though, you have to send a private message. I don't read them often, but if you send me a private message and say I'm a fan of the 40-year-old boy, I will actually go to your profile and accept your request right now.
There you go.
I
So,
got room for about 100 people right
all right, yeah, because people always ask me all the time, and
now. I've been losing people.
I don't. Well, you've been cutting them loose, I would imagine.
I don't really unfriend people, but I've had a few that have literally slammed the cyber door and left.
Oh, those people they make it noise
because
and.
I say, well, you have to be held accountable for your actions, and I will hold you accountable the rest of your life.
And yeah, they're not.
Or until you see that you've done something wrong and are doing something to fix that. And people do not like to be held accountable for their actions.
So if you don't want to be held accountable for your
Yes,
actions,
you can be my friend.
you can go ahead and be Lily's friend. Go to Facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp and be her friend there and do all sorts of fantastic things and see her page and all the nice stuff she posts. You can follow her at Twitter.com. It's several different Twitter accounts. You got Twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp, Twitter.com/BoobDini, Twitter.com/HollywoodBQFest, and Twitter.com/MNTs. And she's available at Patreon. Our Patreon page, patreon.com/Lily. You guys were so cool. Again, we talked about, all except for Tenia, but most of you were really cool and supported her and helped her out on her GoFundMe drive. That's great. If you want to join her Patreon page and go see her voting sticker photo, which is well worth it.
That alone is worth a $10 donation. I'm not gonna lie.
I will not lie
I thought
either.
about mailing that out, but I was like, I can't mail that as a postcard.
No, probably not, because it would never make it to a mailbox.
No.
You'd be hanging up in post offices all over the fucking United States.
I have 2 photo shoots this weekend. I have a pirate photo shoot this weekend. So my friend is coming here.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna do a topless pirate photo for the Patreon page.
Patreon.com/Lily. Get them while they're hot, ladies and gentlemen. And they are hot. Don't kid yourself. So go ahead and like a $10 donation. You get to see the voting sticker photo. We got a pirate photo shoot, tons of photo shoots coming up, and it helps our great friend Lily. She's been helped by the GoFundMe, but she could always use more help. We all could.
Been
Everybody could
amazing.
use a boost.
Thank
Thank you to everybody. And if you've sent GoFundMe stuff, or if you want to continue, if you want to send stuff now, make sure you send Lily your address so she can send you a very nice thank you, because it makes her happy to do that. I know you guys are like, well, I don't need a thank you. True, but she needs to thank you. I know that sounds weird. You don't need a thank you. She needs to thank you. She was weird enough that I set the thing up. She was really grateful and happy, but also she would have never done it herself. So she feels it necessary to thank you all individually, and I don't blame her. I'm the one who's not returning emails. She's the one who's sending postcards to people to thank them. So she's the yin. I'm the.
Besides, I already bought the stamps. Fucking send me your address, or I got a bunch of fucking postcard stamps.
But if you want to write her a personal note and ask her how much you'd have to donate to the Patreon page to get a video photo shoot of her licking the stamp for your postcard, you can go ahead and write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Here comes Schmitty Claus, here comes Schmitty Claus at the Joe Business page. Bodies of hotties in their underpants, it's fun for every age. Box set downloads every episode, hey, let's get in a fight. Eat some yogurt and punch a wall, cause Schmitty Claus comes tonight. Here comes Schmitty Claus, here comes Schmitty Claus at the Joe Business page. He sells a shirt with your dirt to help show off your rage. Tweaked audio's got sweet-ass earbuds, what a beautiful sight. Use their watch to decorate your crotch, cause Schmitty Claus comes tonight. Here comes Schmitty Claus, here comes Schmitty Claus at the Joe Business page. Here's Schmitty rap on a song that Max wrote, busting out of the cage. Get a print of podcast artwork, color all black and white. Mike, Max, and Lily will sign that thing, cause Schmitty Claus comes tonight. Here comes Schmitty Claus, here comes Schmitty Claus at the Joe Business page. I bet you didn't know that the bees get out when Schmitty takes the stage. Peace on earth will have to wait after Schmitty comes alive. Let's give thanks to the big angry, cause Schmitty Claus comes tonight. Cause Schmitty Claus comes tonight.
What do I say in the beginning of the third act?
I don't know.
I would. Hey,
Listen anymore.
that's true. It's a good point. You're out. Well, because I'll tell you why. All right, because I have to tell you why I'm laughing, because I went to hit record and I looked at Lily and I go, "Are you ready? You ready to do this?" And she goes, "Honey, I'm practically asleep already." And I goes, "What are you, Mae West?" And she goes, "What?" And I go, "Because you're like Mae West." I said, "Are you finished?" And she goes, "Honey, I was practically asleep already." And then I hit record and I started laughing because I made myself laugh at my Mae West impression, because I'm apparently the oldest man on earth.
Well, your Mae West impression was not anything like Mae West. It sounded more like W.C. Fields.
No, come up and see me sometime. That's her, right?
What the fuck?
Honey, I'm practically asleep already. Honey,
Did you ever watch a Mae West film?
do you want to come up and have a drink with my jovial gent later tonight?
My favorite line of hers is, there are 10 men outside my hotel room door right now. Send one of them home. I'm tired.
Oh, there you go. See, I was very right. I sounded just like that. That's exactly how I
I did a
sounded.
terrible Mae West. That's why it made me laugh that yours was worse.
Why don't you come up and see me sometime? I'll be in a baby house. I'm going to go ahead and...
I'll get the door.
Yeah, you should probably do that. I'm just going to keep fucking talking.
You should.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
By the way, I'll bet you didn't know Lily lived in the Munsters house. You had no idea. So, you guys, I want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas. Every Monday night at the 3 Clubs on Vine at Santa Monica. It is run by our great friend Lily Von Strupp. She's the producer of this show, and she's still at the door. I thought she'd be here by now, but right now, the Monday Night Teas is still... Oh my God, it's a package?
Yeah.
Well, it is the holiday season. You're supposed to get packages. Did you say to him, honey, I'm practically asleep. Slide your package in the door for me.
I'm just happy it's under 5 pounds.
Is
You're
that
not allowed to lift anything over 5 pounds.
is that for me?
Is your name Eduardo Medrano?
It is not.
It is not for you then.
All right,
Is
damn
your name
it.
Funny Eddie?
.com?
.com.
Yeah, no, it's just Funny Eddie, not .com. Are you back with us?
I'm asleep.
Honey, I'm practically asleep.
I
All
just
right.
love that there were 9 guys out there.
Is that, and you sent one of them home?
I took the best package. We're gonna
Wow.
do all of them.
I'm going to, you know what, you do it. You just jump in here.
Get stuff from Max, buy stuff from Amazon. You can still get earbuds from Tweaked if you want them, and we'll see you next week. Here's the music.
No, we have to do a lot more than that.
Oh.
Fuck,
Oh, you can
we
get
actually
us the mail
don't.
and stuff.
That's a sad thing. I actually don't. You just gave lie to the fact that I need to do the plugs at the end when you just did them in 5 seconds. I usually stretch them out to like fucking 15 minutes. But now I feel like a dumbass because that's terrible. I can't do them. You just did them all.
And join Uber and Lyft with the password.
What are the codes?
42.
I'll get to it. You forgot one key one, the one I was talking about as you went to the door.
Oh, Monday Night Teas?
It's at the 3 Clubs on Vine at Santa Monica. Our friend Lily produces that show, and there are great people coming, and there's our Christmas show. There's fun stuff coming up for Christmas and everything, yes?
No.
All
No
right.
fun stuff at all. We've canceled all the fun.
Fun has
No
been
fun
put on the
left
shelf.
in the Trump presidency.
So that you're blaming it on that?
Yeah.
All right.
No, there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. We have the next 3 weeks, the 5th, the 12th, and the 19th are all fundraisers for IRAP, PP, and
PP is Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood. Oh my Christ!
the ACLU,
ACLU. Thank you.
NAMBLA.
No NAMBLA.
All right.
No. IRAP is the refugees.
Those people don't have to live like that, really.
Oh my God. So come out and support. You get to see boobies.
Someday
You get to donate to three great places that need money to help protect our civil and human rights.
kicked you around some. I'm so my petty was locked and loaded. I had to keep it going.
Here's the best thing, though.
Yes. All right.
We're auctioning the bras off our backs.
So like used bras.
They're not used bras. They are burlesque dancers' bras. Each one of the dancers, well, there'll be 2 in each show that are literally going to be dancing, stripping off that bra in that number, and after their act, we're auctioning off those bras that they just wore, and you can take it home, and it will come with a certificate of authenticity signed by them and Monday Night Teas that shows that it was the bra used in the act, and you get to take it with you home.
Merry pervert Christmas.
Merry Perfect Christmas is right.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I will be auctioning off one of my bras as well if anyone wants to make
Put a hammock in their backyard.
on the night. If you need an umbrella
Yeah.
or 2, I will be auctioning mine off. At
If
the
you guys
show.
want to set up a sales spot at the flea market or at the swap meet, and you need a tent for your booth, she's auctioning off a bra, 2 tents actually, and she's actually she's 2 tents.
But
Just
if
get a
you wanna
wigwam.
If you want to to do a bid on that ahead of time, just go to my Facebook page and let me know that you want to do that, and I will take bids. And if they can beat it at the show, great. If not, you could buy my bra.
The show started out, really, this was wide-eyed and optimistic 9 years ago, and now we're selling used underwear. Holy
I'm not selling
fuck.
my underwear yet.
I'm putting my cock on
Just my bra.
Snapchat for 5 seconds, and you're selling your used underwear. All right.
I'm selling my bra, which is beautiful, that I used in an act that you could take, and it will be autographed, and it's a piece of memorabilia from my glory days.
A large, heavy piece of memorabilia.
It is.
All right,
And
so
I can launder it or not, depending on what you want.
see, things have gone and taken a turn. But I guarantee this: my cock will be laundered in the photo that goes up on Snapchat. All right, so
Your cock is being laundered and deposited.
do I go
all
new
over.
photo or do I go with my favorite photo? I can't decide.
No, you go with your favorite photo, because the new photo has, I believe, someone that didn't sign a release in it, maybe?
No, that's my new favorite photo. That's the one I
you
love.
Use that one. You have to use 31.
Oh, 31? I got to find that one. In my library of cock photos. I better call Congress. I've actually sent them all into Congress to bet
Is
them.
that what's going to be in Trump's presidential library? Is your cock photos and everything by Cliff Notes?
God, my gosh. Like he has any idea what Cliff Notes is. He has no clue at
No
all.
one knows what
No.
Cliff Notes is.
Well, no, but him, like for his library, it's just going to be, it's going to be like an Archie comic and the joy of sex. Like that's all it's going to be.
Nothing but copies of The Art of the Deal and Ivanka's How to Rip Off Women.
Yeah, how to make your lemonade. Ugh.
Oh my God, that sounds like the worst title.
Ivanka's How to Make Your Lemonade. How to Make Your Driver Buy Your Lemonade. How to Make Your Driver Buy Your Bra and Your Lemonade. All right, man. So that's there. We're selling bras now. I guess that's happening. So go to Monday Night Tees and bid on them there, or go to your Facebook page. You
And
said
all that money goes to those 3 charities, because everyone was so fantastic to me. I decided that all of my performers are donating their money for those shows, and we're going to do something nice for the world.
so. The
Thank you.
ACLU and Planned Parenthood and IRAP. So all of that is going to be out there, and they're helping refugees. You said,
Yeah.
isn't that IRAPO?
No.
I thought that's where they were. What is IRAPO?
That's Aleppo.
Aleppo. My fault.
And no. Has nothing to do with it. Also not El Ropo.
Actually, you know what? IRAPO that's Aleppo in China.
Oh my. Everyone's a little bit racist.
Not me. I'm just telling jokes. And again, that's the kind of jokes I got to fit in. And I'll tell you what, never mind. I didn't want to say it.
Don't do it. I saw the light bulb go off, and then you went, no, I can't.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
All right. Well, because me podcaster, me play joke. All right. So,
Oh!
folks, this is, it's terrible, right? Yeah, no, the wind has gone out of my sails now for the rest of this because you already did all the
Don't
plugs.
be making beaches.
I thought that we weren't supposed to use that word.
You are the wind beneath me. Beaches, not bitches.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you've been fucking Eddie. I thought you got his accent in you.
You.
I thought Eddie fucked his accent into you. All right, so, these beaches.
Seriously, between the two of us, we are both minority standards, both minority statuses.
You and Eddie?
Yeah.
What, like, why? Because his genes dominate yours?
Well, no, I mean living here together. I'm a female bisexual, and he is of Mexican descent. He's a Mexican American.
Did he go to night school and take Spanish and get a B?
No, he was born here.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
By the way, did I tell you when I went in to fill out my paperwork at the poor people's insurance that I have?
The
she said-
PPI, is that what that is?
Yeah. She goes, so I just have a couple questions for you. Do you identify as Hispanic? And I literally looked at her and I go, we're allowed to do that now?
Yeah.
It was the weird. And she goes, well, no, I mean, are you? And I go, you asked me if I identify as Hispanic.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing.
But that's what I was talking about earlier with these wars of language where people are just like, I identify as a gazelle. I mean, literally, you can pick anything you want to be these days.
She followed it up and she goes, so what are you? And I go, American.
No such thing.
And she kind of rolled her eyes because she knew this was going to be difficult at this point because the one-eyed crazy lady's here. And so finally she goes, so what are you? And I go, I don't know. I've never had my DNA tested. And she goes, I'm just going to mark down decline to answer. And I'm like, that's a good response.
Yeah, or poor Caucasian because you can see me, you dumb fuck.
But again, it was that whole, like, trying to avoid calling... It's the guy over there in the blue hat, the tall one, instead of going the black guy.
Yes,
You know
that's what I'm
I mean?
saying about wars of language.
Yes,
You can't.
just-
It's all done now, and then these fires are all breaking out while the rest of it is burning down, and everybody's wondering about whether they should be called this or that. And it's like, dude, I don't
But
fucking
I
get it.
literally wanted to go, yes, I do identify as Hispanic. I have moved into a Hispanic family.
Yeah, Oda fucking lay.
That's my new perfume.
Do it. Oda fucking lay. Perfect. Yeah, just say that next time. If anybody asks me if I identify as anything, yes.
I was just I was like, no, we're not allowed to identify as something else. We're not. We're only allowed to identify as what
What
we
about the fake
are.
black chick who wrote a book? What about her?
Well, that's what I mean. I'm like, are we allowed to do that now? I can identify as I
Yeah, she's like a white woman with white parents. Then she's like, no, I'm a black chick now. And she got a kink in her hair. And then she went out and said, yeah, this is me. Right?
It was really funny because one of the memes that I saw was a picture of her going, "Oh, never mind, I'm white."
Yeah, now, certainly.
Terrible. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
It was really funny because I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I didn't know we could do
forgot
that
to
now. That's
mention
awesome.
that to you.
I'm going to identify as an Englishman. I'm going to do all that and just have like a fucking, I'll be Hercule Poirot. He's French. That's, I eliminated my own premise in 5 words.
Come up with an English name. Come on.
Kensington Wilkinson. That's all I'll be. I'll identify as Kensington
God,
Wilkinson.
That is a mouthful of an
It's not bad. I've done pretty quick. Huh? I pulled that up. All right,
I've been
look.
thinking about that a while.
Sure, I can't lie. I'm waiting to get an eye injury so I can identify as an Englishman named Kensington Wilkinson. So the money teases out there, and we're selling dirty bras. So go ahead and buy one somewhere. Yeah, filth. And take it home and make it dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. We'll go ahead and they will guarantee that they use Sharpie so you don't smudge the ink with whatever you do with it at your house. So that's that. And then 2020 tickets are on sale now for December 19th. It's me and Barbara Gray, and I do not have a third yet, but I will soon. And as soon as I do, I'll start announcing it on Twitter and Facebook and things like that. And but 2020 it's a world of fun. It's so great. And I don't think Lily will be there again this month, but it'll be still fun and me and comics.
Monday, right? 19th?
The 19th.
I'm going to try to make that show. I'm going to try to make that my first show back because that is going into my 8th week.
Well, we would love that. And as always, if you guys come out there and it used to be if you smack Lily in the ass, you get in for free. Now you can't do that because it puts like pressure on her eye. But if you come in and you kiss her forehead like gently, that's what it'll do to get you in for free.
Don't go anywhere near my face. Don't touch me if you meet me.
Unless she's strapped up upside down. Baby farm. Bring an eyedropper. I tell you what, and this is it. Fans who bring eyedroppers get in free that night. Anybody brings an eyedropper. All right, so 2026 tickets are on sale. Go to Gold Star. Go to everywhere. God, I'm slurring a lot now. Late.
Brown paper tickets. Go to 2020.bpt.me.
Yeah, go get tickets there, and then there's the Gold Star link as well. Just all that stuff is available. So go get tickets. They're $5 now, $10 day of purchase. So wait till day of purchase.
They're 10 now. They're $5 on Gold Star, but buy them for the full price.
Yeah, buy them for the full price. Said the business person in this room.
I know. I don't know why you keep giving out the Gold Star.
I just want people to show up. Anything come in for free as far as I fucking care. Well, no, I promised the comics money, so I can't do that, unfortunately. All right, so there you go. That's existing 2020. Please go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com, and we got cool stuff there. There's the all the stuff's for sale. We've got all the download sets. Hey, who just bought them? Someone just bought the whole fucking thing, the 7 Deadly Schmitts. Yeah, it was very nice of him.
Friday sale?
Yeah, Ernie is his name, possibly. So I got to get that. So I was on vacation. I'll get it to you, I promise. So I got to send those out to him. You're making a face.
No.
Okay. And he bought that, and he bought another thing too. But I'll send them all out. They're going out tonight. So watch your email for those links. Although I guess when you're hearing this now, you won't be fucking watching it because you already have them. And you won't even hear this for a while because you can start listening to your back episodes. I don't blame you. Start at 1. Start at episode 1. And realize that I actually scripted that show. Literally, go listen to episode 1, year 1, and realize that I woke up in the middle of the night and I wrote that. I just talked off the top of my head and wrote as I talked so I wouldn't forget. And the next day I still spoke, but I had it as on like a fucking legal pad. I had like 5 pages of shit just written down.
Oh, so back when you did show prep?
Yeah, when I cared. That was only 20 minutes worth. All right, so that's all available. So go now to there, and we've got, of course, the live stuff. We've got Heroes, which is Mex's album. We've got, I want to say Whiplash Schmitty, but that's wrong. Punk rock, it's like Dunk Dunk Schmitty and the Misanthropic Gangster. Word Pimp. Not punk rock, not Whiplash. Word Pimp Schmitty and the Misanthropic Gangster is available. And of course, my live stuff, Big Angry, I'll sign it and send it to you. The t-shirts are available. We're going to have to do a t-shirt blowout, man, because they're in my house. I'm tired of it. So eventually, I mean, but we did a t-shirt blowout and it didn't work. I mean, I still have the fucking shirts. So maybe I'll just start giving them out. Who knows?
Oh my God. We should give them away at 2020.
You know, one of the coolest things is when Jill wears one of my shirts. Like, I'll be at her house. It's fucking awesome. She'll just take a shower and then she'll come out wearing like a 40-year-old boy shirt. And I'm just like, God, that's fucking sexy. It shouldn't be probably, but she's in it. So she could wear a fucking suit of armor and I'd be like banging my cock into it. All right. So shirts, all that stuff's available now. And that's all there. So go ahead and buy it and have fun. And please remember that tweakedaudio.com does deal with us still. If you buy that, you use the 40, it's tweak.com/40YOB. And we get a percentage of that stuff, which is great. And Amazon link, that's the important thing. You guys use it a lot during Black Friday, but it's out there. Click on the Amazon link. And I did fuck around with our store. So we've got we've got the 40-year-old boy store. And there's two different pages now. There's one that's it's 40-year-old boy favorites. And then there's one page called Naked Cash Grab. So if you click on Naked Cash Grab, I'm putting Echoes, I'm putting Kindles, I'm putting all that shit in there. So if you buy that, we get a little extra for the show. And if you have something specific, like a large purchase that you want to make and you want me to put it in my store, I will do it. And that I'll attend to really quickly. So if you write me and you're like, dude, I want to buy this, I'll hop right to it because that means money. So tell me and I'll put it in our store and then you buy it through there and tell me you bought it and everything will be great and we'll all be happy. But use the Amazon link as much as you can this holiday season. It really helps us. We get money, they get money, you get stuff. It's a perfect arrangement. And if you guys want to drive for Uber and Lyft, remember this show is sponsored first of all by mileiq.com. That's mileiq.com/invite/HFVHB. They have no idea they're sponsoring this show probably. And if they listen to it, I'm sure they would immediately send a cease and desist, but fuck them. So mileiq.com/invite/HFVHB. Use that to keep track of your miles so you're not cheating Uncle Sam out of his dough at the end of the year. Fuck them. All right, so, I'm sorry, Herr President Trump must be served with taxes. Although we don't have to pay our taxes now. He didn't. So we can all just fucking find loopholes and just make it work. And he can pay the fucking roads out of his own money instead of buying frog legs for a Mormon.
We won't have roads soon.
We don't need roads where we're going.
But we'll have a big wall.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
Or a giant fence.
We're not going to have a big wall. He's going to build one chunk of it. And then he's going to put a plaque on it and go, hey, yeah, that's right. That's what I did. He's a fucking idiot. All right. He's just going to build enough to have the fucking rump up there. That's it. Just rump. No T. Now, see, conversely, you build that wall to keep out the English. Just put a big T on it. Although, actually, they'd swim toward it. They love the T. Build that T on their shores. That's what we do. Let's talk to England and build a fucking wall on their shores because they're leaving anyway with the Brexit. So they all want to come over here. So build a wall that just says T. And they'll stay there because they'll be like, it's the T wall. And they'll sit down and they'll have a drink at 4 p.m. That's how that works, man. I know. I studied the world.
I don't think you're doing this right.
I'm sorry. I think Kensington Wilkinson knows exactly what's going on.
How can you even say that without tripping over those two names?
I don't know. I might be wrong. That might not even be the real name. I literally just got a thing that says my laptop is full. My startup disk is full.
Awesome.
So I hope we got to finish recording here, probably.
Hopefully.
So if you want to be a Lyft driver.
I want to speed this up.
Yeah, no kidding. If you want to be a Lyft driver, use my code Mike, MIKE 720057 and become a Lyft driver. If you want to be an Uber driver, use Uber code DJZW1YTTUE. Jason, you're out there. And if you do 40 rides, I get $200. Thank you for signing up. It said you're still incomplete in your sign up. So sign up and drive, man. I need money. But I mean, thanks. So thank you, Jason. And it depends on every city and every state. It's all different money that I get. But you, per under state, where if you do 40 rides, I get $200. And thank you, Jason. That was cool of you to think of me. And anyone else out there who wants to go Uber, use the code DJZW1YTTUE. Lyft, use the code MIKE 720057. And it's so funny. I get in the Uber ratings now. They have a new thing because they had the ratings where they had comments from people, and people were like, "You're awesome." But now they have a thing called rider compliments. It's a different section. And there's 9 different categories, like, awesome conversation, great music, spotless car, all this dumb shit that they think you care about, even though I do. I check it every day. And at the bottom it says amenities, great amenities. And I clicked on that and it says, please offer bottled water and candy to your riders because you never know what kind of a friend you'll make. And I read it and I was just like, you naked cash grabbing fucks. I mean, it's not bad enough that I'm running my car into the ground and paying for all my gas and had to pay for a water pump for $1,000 and all this shit. But they're literally saying, because they by making people be able to rate you on that, they're basically telling the riders, hey, you're going to get candy and water from a good driver. And that's just fucked. Because it's like, I don't want to buy anything for anybody. It's bad enough I'm giving them a fucking ride. It's bad enough I pay these people in words and my coolness. But then they got to show up and everybody wants to get wafer cookies and a goddamn crystal geyser out of them. tell you, you want to hook people in, get them halfway through a recipe and cut your fucking show in half. That's it. Do an hour about stew and then bail. Get on a plane. And then come back and revisit it 2 days later. Because that's the most important stew in the universe. Were there noodles or rice involved? Stay tuned!
We here, we are playing on a level that most will never see.